Assalamualaikum, it's Melissa, back for another taxi story time. This one is also equally as fascinating. Again, before I begin, the taxi driver was driving very slowly, yeah. I don't understand why. I feel like when people enjoy the conversation so much, they just drive so slowly. Like, I'm in a rush. Can you please cepat sikit? Well, anyways, as per usual, before I step into any taxis, I usually ask them how has COVID-19 affected them. Sometimes they will open up about their family. Sometimes they will open up like, salary is affected. I maybe have to take another job, for example. So I love hearing all these things about people. And this particular taxi driver who drove me to my friend's house, I don't know why, but he was talking about relationships. I don't remember how we got led into that. Then he said, dulu saya ada mata air. 3 jam setiap hari saya pergi dia punya rumah mau jumpa dia. Sanggup 3 jam lepas tu balik lagi 3 jam. Dalam satu hari 6 jam. Macam mana selalu balik lambat, mak sudah bising. And this guy is Chinese, but he spoke Malay very, very fluently. I was so shocked. Is he Malaysian? Ooh. He is so good. And then he was talking to his mother. So this is the reenactment. Cinta itu buta lah. Cinta itu tak buta. Lu yang buta. Like, oh my god, that is so funny. The whole time in the taxi, we were just cracking up. We were just laughing. We were having so much fun, which is like, I don't know, it's just so interesting. Yeah, I like this taxi driver a lot. And he was so candid. He was talking about really random things, and then he shared that he had to go overseas for his job for a few months, maybe like 6 months to a year. And because in that time there were no mobile phones, so he couldn't contact his girlfriend. And then when he came back, he found out that his girlfriend is getting married. She actually, mailed him her wedding card, and you know who she was getting married to? His good friend. What? What? How is that possible? What? And yalah, saya patah hati, tapi saya masih pergi dia punya wedding senyum-senyum ambil gambar, tapi dalam hati banyak sedih tau. He was explaining like that, and I'm just like, oh, okay. So lepas tu macam mana? What happened next? And then he shared, I went back to work as per normal. And because I could speak 3 languages, which is so interesting, I didn't actually remember asking him, how do you know how to speak these 3 languages? He knows English, actually not 3, I think 4. He knows English, he knows Malay, Chinese, and Tamil. But in that time, in those olden times, he spoke, I think, Malay primarily. And he worked in a company that it was either filled with a lot of Indian people or a lot of Chinese. I don't recall, but it was just a culture, so he had no choice but to learn the language. And then he said, sebab saya boleh bawa 3 bahasa, banyak perempuan selalu sergah saya, selalu, give me food to eat, were chasing after me. And I found it to be very, very interesting, because usually we hear about the guy chasing the woman, but this was the complete opposite. Like, wow, okay, oh. It reminds me of the Prophet Salam's first wife, Khadijah. Like, she also went after him, not in that manner, not in the K-pop fan kind of craze, more in the, oh, I like you, let's get to know one another. Anyways, and then he added on after that, sebab saya boleh bawa 3 bahasa, I can speak 3 languages. Every single year there will be a Straits Times journalist who would call me up, hey, can you come down, be part of this project in Singapore? It's a yearly thing where individuals promote languages or promote perhaps race diversity in Singapore. I don't remember what is it called, doesn't matter. Anyways, he added on after that story. Then I'm thinking, well, okay, what happened next? He was saying, because his good friend at work knew that he was broken-hearted, he tried to give signs to the girls that, he's not going to be interested in any of you, so just give up hope and move on with life, honey. He didn't get married to someone in at his workplace in the end. He actually got introduced to someone. His mom was very worried, like, how old are you? You're so old already, why are you still not married? And he revealed something that was very shocking actually. By a certain age in the olden times, if you're not married, you are considered to be very problematic, which is something I heard netizens say about Nilofa. Nilofa is a Malaysian entrepreneur who sells hijab, who is a TV host, she's an actress, she's so many things, she's so successful. And I'm thinking, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean she's problematic? Okay. So I thought about it for a while and I'm thinking, well, this happened in Malaysia. Has it got something to do with culture? Has it got something to do with religion? I think people define success if you get married, and therefore only when your marital status changes to married, only then will you be worthy in the eyes of society, which completely reminds me of Mean Girls.
You can't sit with us!
You need to be of a certain standard before they're going to consider you, which is ridiculous. I don't know why netizens, I don't even know if it only happens in the Malay side of things. I'm not very well versed in this area. It's something I'm still trying to understand. Just the political scene, has it got something to do with history? Is it, tied in with religion? I am not sure. But what I will say though is that there are many different definitions of success. The thing is, there is more than one way to worship God. I think that we just limit ourselves to think that if as a Muslim, if you pray, if you read the Quran, that's the only way to worship God. But that is not true. That even just working, finding money for your family through the right way, of course, is a form of worship. So the long story short, the conclusion that we should make is that there are many ways to success, to pleasing God, and we should not be defined by our marital status, our wealth, our hobbies, but rather we should be defined by the things that lead us to our mission, to the person we want to be in the future. What are we capable of? What are our strengths? Here's some food for thought that I'll be very curious to know about. What is your definition of success? Yeah, what are your thoughts? Let me know. I will be back for another story time next week. Bye bye!